live, everybody. I believe. I hope. Gotta change the name here. Quick. Alright. We are about to get started with the winner bracket finals. Gonna change that to cast really quickly there. Like I said, this is going to be the winner bracket finals between West Coast Gaming and Team IoN. And this should be a good match. I'm definitely looking forward to it. The loser of this goes on to play Why So Sinister in the losers finals, and the winner is going to be guaranteed a top 2 placing, as well as a spot to compete in the grand finals. So that is going to be fun to see, as already getting some viewers in here. Match should be starting up shortly, as we already have players in here. Just waiting for everyone else. But yeah, it's going to be Team IoN versus West Coast Gaming. Got people in the chat. Let's go West Coast Gaming. Hopefully we can get some fans of both. If the viewers would retweet the stream, I'd appreciate that. I believe I tagged both West Coast Gaming and Team IoN HQ in this, so they both know that this is being streamed for them. Who you think will win? Me personally, I have not seen Team IoN play, but when I watched West Coast Gaming play, they played out of their minds. They played really, really well. However, that was in like round 2, I think, that I watched them. So I honestly have no idea what is going to happen in this, just because I haven't seen these teams play enough. But just looks like we need one more player to join from West Coast Gaming, and then it looks like we'll be set. Start up in this game number 1. I'm actually going to, let's see, what am I going to do? Okay, thank you, Chance Cod, for tweeting me out. I'm going to check here really quickly the maps for this series, get you guys informed with that. I believe it was in the schedule here. Gonna have to try and find that. Alright, the rotation. And now I'm gonna read off these rotations for you guys. This is the winners finals. Hold on, losers final. Winners finals is Stronghold, Hardpoint, Redwood, Search and Destroy, Fringe, Uplink, Breach, Capture the Flag, and Hunted, Search and Destroy. Just with those map set, I think this is going to be a insane match, and we are getting into the ban and protect voting right now. Put your guys' predictions down in the chat. Who do you think is going to advance into the grand finals, try and be the championship of this league? I think it could go either way, just because obviously both teams made it this far, so it should be a good match. Ghoul is a sub player. Alright, actually, so yeah, Ghoul misses. He actually subbed in for Value Gaming the other last night when Sinister beat them out. So I am familiar with the way he plays just a little bit. And Rule and the other one are AR Slate and Anchor. Alright. Definitely keep that in mind. And so, talk a little bit about the ban and protect. So far, pretty standard things. Shiva and Overclock gonna get banned out. Overclock definitely gonna be better for that bunker hill. You're not going to want to have something like that in just so you can get those specialist abilities as fast. A lot of people like to use their specialist abilities on that bunker hill. Moving on to the specialist draft, I was just about to say I want to see a purifier from one of these two teams at least, and Team IoN Brutal picks it right away. So that's definitely going to put them at a huge advantage, I think, especially when it comes to that bunker hill. Potentially even that second hill inside mansion could be really, really helpful. And now we're going to see what weapon West Coast decides to go with. Are they going to choose a purifier, or are they going to go with something like a scythe or tempest? And they do choose a tempest. So I got to give the overall specialist draft win just over to Team IoN because of that purifier. I think it's such a crucial specialist ability on this map when used right. Now, only weapons we saw banned out here was the Shiva, I believe it was. So Vesper is still in. I have seen some players using the Vesper on this map, and they can do some insane things with it. Again, there's those few hills where it's a bit more close range on this map. Definitely could be seeing some Vespers when it comes to that. And let's see. IoN is running with Ghoul and Brutal. Is Brutal also a sub? I'm curious to know. Okay, so yes, 2 pickups. Alright, yes, so Brutal and Ghoul both are going to be sub players, substitute players for Team IoN. Not too sure how that's going to affect them. Could end up punishing them in the end just because of the lack of chemistry there. Not too sure how much these players have played with each other. Moving on to the score streaks, we saw the HTXD banned out, so gonna probably see something like Lightning, Hellstorm, maybe some Cerberus. I really like the score streak, the Dart, on this map, even for hardpoint. It can be so good if you fly it into Bunker Hill, if you fly it mid-map, fly it on really any of the hills except for the second one, and it can be so useful on this map just because of those long range lanes. But we are getting into game number 1, Stronghold Hardpoint. This is winners finals, Team IoN versus West Coast Gaming. We're gonna see how this game number 1 goes down, as it would be a huge advantage for the rest of the series. We are playing on Team IoN's host. I want to make sure to let everyone know that because I know some people are going to be curious. And alright, so getting started off, I actually want to go on board with Brutal right off the bat. He's rocking an HVK, so interesting choice out of him. Just for using that. And I'm actually going to take away this bar there so you can see on the minimap both those spawns coming in. I personally think Team IoN has the preferred spawn just because of the second rotation. But looks like Brutal has swapped over to an M8. He's going up top right away, trying to get some early picks maybe on anyone trying to go to that mid wall head glitch, but he's just gonna spot things. He turns around, not able to get the kill. So Rampage is gonna try and get some early time in your hill. He's just trying to contest this, not trying to move around too much, just holding things down here. Daddy Sabers slaying out. He's gonna pick up that kill, and that's 3 big kills. Is he gonna find the second one? It doesn't look like. Is he gonna see him? Finally picked it up. Now Rampage with a big kill in the hill. You're gonna see the rotation start to come over a little bit more over towards this mansion side as we go. Only 10 seconds left of the hard point. It looks like Sabers is gonna have that AR in the back. Gonna pick up this kill right here. So that's gonna be 1. He's on a 3 kill streak, only 4 kills away from his lightning strike. So he could try and make some more progression towards his streaks there, as he's gonna maybe find this player bunker. I don't think he is. He's gonna drop. We'll go over to Team IoN now, as Royalty is going to be in your hill, trying to get some things done here. It doesn't look like he's gonna see too much. Prestige now gonna have a big gunfight up here. Not gonna win that. Royalty gonna get pinched, it seems like he does, and that's gonna be hill control back in favor of West Coast. Rampage holding down your hill time. He's got about 30 seconds in the hill. Slaying all going in favor of West Coast at the moment. As Rex almost on a 3 streak there, but he does get shut down. And I want to go on with Kivo actually, having a really good game so far. He's on a 3 kill streak, you know, playing very, very well. 7 and 4. He's gonna fall right away though. And now Miss is gonna need to try and get some stuff done. He can't do anything. It's Royalty in the hill now. As this game is going to be pretty close going into this next hill, I'm gonna assume, just because it's been so back and forth already. Ghoul gets 1 kill. He's not gonna be able to get anything else. Sabers on your screen now. He's probably gonna get shut down now as he is pretty weak, but he's managing to stay alive for quite some time before he finally drops. And now you get Royalty on your screen. He's gonna get this kill. He does get 1. Instantly traded out. That's Rex. Haven't seen too much from him this game, but he does have his active camo, so he could potentially try and get something done with that, as he's gonna get shut down. And that's brutal, holding on to your last few seconds of hill time. If you look at the rotation though, Royalty with a big gunfight, he can't win it. That's gonna be really huge if you wanted to keep those spawns now. But it does look like Team IoN is going to have the spawns. And you look at the lag right now from Ghoul, I believe. He's just, whenever I go to his screen, he's lagging quite a bit. Royalty picking up another kill in there. He's got his kinetic armor. They're spawning them out a lot, and I want to see who this is. Kivo is God is flanking them. He could get some stuff done. Looks like his teammates are going to clean it up for the time being. Now he's going to have a kill behind him. He's going to drop. So Dice Sabers is going to try and get 1. He's not going to be able to do it. And now it's Rampage in the hill. He got 1 kill. Is he going to be able to get the second? No, he's not. Going to drop just short. As Royalty makes good use of his kinetic armor. And we are going to be heading over to this next rotation. It's pretty much a tie game here so far. And I want to see if Prestige is able to try and break these spawns. This is going to be a huge gunfight, but it looks like he's being naded. Probably going to have to back off a little bit as he gets challenged. Now Ghoul on your screen, lagging, but he does have that heat wave. Could potentially make a play here. Now Brutal on your screen, he gets 1. Is he going to get the second? No, he gets shut down. Royalty's actually in the hill. He gets the kill, and now Team IoN is going to be in control. Looking to try and get some more points off of this hill. Quickly shut down though, as I think Ghoul trades him out there. Still lagging a little bit, but he does have that heat wave ability. Now Royalty gonna try and just fight off this kill. It doesn't look like he's gonna be able to do it, and West Coast with a very, very good break there as Kivo picks it up, just what they needed. And now see Rampage, is he gonna find this kill? He gets the 1 burst. Impressive stuff there, as he's now gonna challenge the hill. He's got that sub in hand. He gets the second kill. Is he gonna get the third? He's right above him, just letting his teammates slay out, it looks like, for the time being, as he's on a 4 streak. He's got 1:10 in the hill. Is he gonna get this kill? He does. He's fully streaked out. Is he gonna find the next one at Fire Pit? He's pulling out that M8. He does. He's on a 6 streak, trying to find these other players. He knows the hill's contested. Is he gonna find him? He does. 7 streak from Rampage. Is he gonna get the 8th? No, he's not. Falls just short, as now Ghoul in the hill, looking to try and bring things a little bit closer. Only 20 seconds left on the hard point, sorry. As you can see him start to move over. He's gonna have a big gunfight to win. Just drops there. Now Royalty trying to contend right there. Picks up 1 but falls. Rex now on your screen. Knows his teammates there, so probably gonna get onto this hard point. Is he gonna pop his camo maybe? It doesn't look like he is, as Ghoul uses his heat wave. That's the break from them. And now Royalty's gonna need to hold on, and he cannot. Rampage with a huge 2 kills to break the hill. It looks like he's 100 away from another counter UAV. Probably will be getting his kinetic here shortly as well. Just the way this is playing out, as if he finds this kill, not going to be able to. We're going to go on board with Sabers, as he has not been able to do too much in this game. Haven't watched his point of view a lot, so we're going to go on with him, see if he can maybe get something going, get on a little bit of a streak as he sees this player right here. A good pinch coming in as Rex picks up 2. He's going to need to hold on here. It looks like he's just going to hold this last few seconds. He gets a big kill there. Looks like he's just going to hold on to the last 5 seconds. Maybe try and run out. Does he turn? And oh my god, Rex turns and burns. Just destroys him before falling. Impressive stuff out of him as West Coast are now pulling away with the lead. Kivo's going to pop his heat wave. He gets 1. Now just trying to hold down this hill. He's going to have another one to fight. Weak though, as I believe that's Rex going off some more in the kill feed. You look at the slaying numbers from Kivo is God though, and he is just playing so well. Is he going to kill the kinetic player? Oh, he does. Shutting him down. That is going to be huge. It looks like he's going to finally fall. Sabres with the trade now, as he does look like he's going to find another. Gets the assist actually. Make that 2 assists. Is Rampage picking up kills. There's going to be one more for him to kill mid. It looks like he's going to get him right before falling, and now Sabres trading him out as well. Can Ghoul hold on to the hill? He does, able to get that 1 kill, but West Coast is still up by a lot of points here. It's gonna be hard for them to get anything done. Yeah, Prestige just trying to watch the spawns here. He's gonna get 1. Is he gonna get 2? Big kills coming out of Prestige, as now they're gonna be able to get a little bit closer, but nothing too much happening there. As I believe it's still, yes, Prestige on your screen. Is he going to see that player? He doesn't see him at first, so not too sure what happened there. But they need to try and contest this hill. Playing way too scared for my liking, as they're going to need to contest this soon, or else they are not going to get anything done. Brutal's last one alive in your hill. It looks like he's going to start the rotation. So if they play this smart, Ghoul not winning that gunfight he needed to. But the important thing here is that it looks like actually Team IoN's gonna have the winning rotation. If Royalty can win this first gunfight in front, that will be huge. Team IoN could get a full 60 seconds off of this. Camo gonna come in. He gets 1. That's gonna be 3 dead. Strong hold for Team IoN now, as they are looking to just try and hold on here for this last hill. Potentially tie up the game, but he's gonna fall right off the bat. Brutal now in the back. Ghoul's last one up in the hill. He has his heat wave, so he should be able to hold on. And I believe they may have killed the Tempest, and oh my god, Brutal just destroys him. And Ghoul can't get anything with the heat wave. That's gonna end up costing them. But Royalty with a 3-piece right before he falls. Brutal flooding in the hill, as he's gonna get a 2-piece of his own. Stays alive is what's important. He's gonna pick up a 3rd. He has his purifier, and they are starting to crawl back into this game. As with 5 seconds left, you assume Royalty is gonna hold on to the rest of this time. And if you look at the rotation, Prestige on your screen, he's gonna try and get this kill. He does get 1. So just gonna try and contest this now, as only down by about 30 points. So go back on with West Coast Gaming. You're gonna have Sabres in your hill. He falls though. Brutal now has his purifier, so an interesting place to use it on a hill like middle. I guess it could come in handy, but it looks like he's gonna have to start watching the other directions. He gets 1, he gets 2, he gets the 3rd, it looks like, and that is Brutal taking down 3. Impressive stuff from him, as now Team IoN is right back in this game. They hold on to the rest of this hill. They should be good, but the good break coming in, as that's all 4 dead in favor of West Coast now. You just have Rampage in the hill. Is he going to be able to get this kill? Doesn't look like it. That's IoN Prestige, as now he has another kill to win. He does take that. It's now going to be with only a few seconds left, but Rampage just needs to hold on, and now you have big kills coming in. It's Team IoN with the spawns, and they could close it out here. West Coast is only 2 kills away, or sorry, 2 points away from getting this, and Royalty turns on him. This is not good, and that's the kill that mattered the most, but it's going to be Rampage in the hill, and that's going to be it. West Coast takes game number 1 in a frantic fashion there at the end, 250 to 228. They're going to be going up 1-0 in the series here. And you got to look, Rampage, definitely the game MVP in my mind. 40 kills and 2.5 minutes in the hill, along with 14 defends. That is impressive stuff coming out of him. Kivo saw a lot of good plays from him as well. Overall, West Coast just comes up clutch there. You know, you got to look over at Team IoN. Ghoul struggling a little bit. However, when we went on with him, he looked like he was lagging quite a bit every time I saw him. Not too sure, you know, how that's going to play out in this next few games, but we are going to be switching over to West Coast Gaming's host. So you do know you're going to be feeling pretty good if you are West Coast Gaming. You took map 1 off host. Now they're going to be looking to go up 2-0, as I believe the next map is Redwood Search and Destroy. Going to quickly flip the teams there and just join up on... I guess I'll join up on Rampage here. But what a game number 1. That was super close. Team IoN, you know, if they had a stronger start to the game, could have been a different finish there, as they started to come into it a little late. But nonetheless, Redwood, Search and Destroy, my favorite map to play and cast on. This is what we'll be doing next. Last night when I casted this map, we went to 5-5. Round 11 was pretty intense. Hopefully we can get something similar in this next game that will be starting shortly, as West Coast is now up 1-0 in the series. Give me your guys' predictions. Do you think that IoN can bring it back and tie things up in the Search and Destroy, or do you think that West Coast Gaming is going to jump out to an early 2-0 lead here? Let me know what you guys are thinking. I think this has the potential to go either way, especially after that game number 1. It was so close. Came down to the last about 20 seconds, 30 seconds, or 22 seconds, I believe they won it by. You know, it came down so close. I have a feeling this game 2 is going to be very similar. But give me your guys' predictions down in the chat. Chance in the chat saying that West Coast Gaming is a strong Search and Destroy team. Alright, that should be interesting to see how this plays out. Does IoN have any special game modes that they can do best on? I'm not too sure. I don't know. I'm not very familiar with this team personally. You know, it's unfortunate that Ghoul was lagging in that last map. I mean, it was pretty obvious every time I went on with him. He was lagging pretty badly. Actually, not too sure if he was 2-barring or 1-barring, or maybe he was 4-barring. You know, Black Ops 3 is the kind of game that can do that to you. So, Hatch, did he leave or get dropped? Not too sure what context that is in. Anyway, getting into the ban and protect voting. This is Redwood Search and Destroy. West Coast Gaming is up 1-0 over Team IoN. And so far we have the exact same bans as we saw last time. So far, Shiva and Overclock both getting out. Probably going to see similar things, as actually frag grenades banned out. That can be a key, I was going to say tactical, a key grenade, lethal grenade, when it comes to getting first blood. Then rapid fire is going to make it out. Expecting to see maybe the concussion and flashbangs, and then rapid fire as well. So, or sorry, I meant high caliber, and there you go. You see high caliber is banned out. Just like that. And, let's see here. Semtex also going to be banned out as well. So you can tell Team IoN really does not want to have to worry about running trophies. And now you see Rampage banning out Flashbang, Overkill banned out by Royalty, so concussion grenades are going to make it in. Now that's going to be something that can definitely be a little annoying in a game so important as this. And yeah, you see here active camo and Heatwave picked on both sides. Kinetic armor followed up by Prestige. Now you can see some big plays with those specialist abilities on a map like this. Psychosis I have not seen on this map too often before, if not at all. So it's going to be interesting to see how Sabres wants to use that in certain situations. Then active camo picked for both teams here as well. The only difference so far is Psychosis and Kinetic Armor. Sorry, I take that back. Overdrive and Glitch as well. And I gotta give the upper hand to Team IoN here in these specialist drafts. On a map like Redwood, I really like the Overdrive. Just it can be used both defensively and offensively so well to your advantage. And then I gotta compare Kinetic Armor to Psychosis. I think that one's pretty obvious. Kinetic Armor is going to be winning you a lot more gunfights than Psychosis probably will. The one better thing about Psychosis is you'll probably earn it a little bit faster, I would assume. But either way, only about 50 seconds left in this create a class. And let's see, I'll read the chat, see if there's any prediction. Zalix says, yo, that's his connection when he was scrim before this league match. He was perfectly fine. Alright, yeah, that may be just his connection then. Let's see here. Alright, so now only about 10 seconds left in this create a class. Should be getting started shortly. Redwood Search and Destroy. Next up is Fringe Uplink, I believe. So that's also a very good map. A map that I like to spectate. The only uplink I don't like to watch is Infection Uplink. I'm not a big fan of that map. I don't think we saw the HCXD banned out in this. So definitely probably going to see that streak used quite a bit. If it did make it through. And then Overkill as well, or actually that was banned out, but Thermal still in, so potentially can see some sniping. Yesterday I believe it was Armory on Why So Sinister played out of his mind on this map with a sniper rifle, and also Hatch as well played so well on this map yesterday. He had 18 kills and they lost, which you know, I'd be so mad if that happened to me, if I dropped 18 kills and then my team ended up losing. And if you think about it, they got like, that was it. They lost the series, they're out of the tournament. If they won that one round, because it went to round 11, it would have been a 3-0 sweep. And they would have still been in it. However, you know, things like that, it just goes so close. Gonna quickly look through. Don't think there's any snipers. No, there's not. So, Rampage had such a great game number 1. I want to go on board with him in this game number 2, as he currently has a submachine gun out. Looks like he might switch that though, so he does have the AR. Using pretty standard perks and everything like that. Doesn't look like anything too special here so far. And I actually want to see right here if Sabres tries to do anything a little riskier. Sorry, Rampage could get into a gunfight here quickly, as I think it's Ghoul or not Ghoul, Brutal up top here. Him and Rampage could have a big gunfight here. They are literally just looking at each other right now through the walls. And there you see Rampage got up. So I do believe that Brutal got eyes on him a little bit. And West Coast is playing this so passively. Let's see if it's going to work out for them, as now I believe that's Brutal gets tagged up a little bit. Now you have Rex. It looks like he's going to challenge. Is he going to be able to get this kill? He does get one. So now he's going to plant the bomb. You've got Rampage watching over you. I believe that's Evo over the bridge. He's gonna meet up with, I think it's Royalty pretty soon. But there you have Brutal getting another kill. Trying to narrow this one down a little bit. And he's gonna fall, as well as Royalty. And West Coast Gaming is going to go up 1-0 in this search and destroy over Team IoN. Map count right now is 1-0 in favor of West Coast. They won the hard point by 22 seconds. It was a pretty good map. Pretty frantic. Just saying that it's the game mode hard point. So, you know, we pointed out Rampage didn't get too much going that round. Definitely didn't have a bad round, but just didn't really find any players there. So far, the only one on Team IoN with a kill is going to be Brutals. So, I want to see if he can get anything going here. Try and maybe work on a little bit of a streak. As now Royalty is just going to go for the bomb plant right away. And I believe that's Ghoul watching over him, but he's going to get stunned. Things are not looking good for him. And that's going to be Kivo with a two-piece. He's 3-0 to start things off. Already halfway to his heat wave. 75 off an RC. And the biggest thing is IoN did not finish planting the bomb there. So it's going to be very, very difficult for them now to be able to get this. And Kivo, it's unfortunate he did not see that player cross. It doesn't look like he is. Oh, but he did see him there. So anything could potentially happen. I believe that's Brutal. And there Kivo has it. He's one off of the ace. It's now I'm Prestige in a 1v4, but he drops to Rampage. And there you have it. West Coast now up 2-0 over Team IoN in a perfect round. Not a single player from West Coast falling. They take that defensive round with ease.
Switching operation ready point.
They won the hard point, Josh, 250 to 228. I want to go on with Kivo is God right now. He's more than halfway to his heat wave. Gonna be taking that bomb. Looks like they're gonna be going for an A push. And you have one player over towards this A bomb site. It doesn't look like he saw anything. But there he is, and that's Kivo with a kill, as well as Rex. You know, we're not talking too much about him. He's 3-0 right now. Definitely could start to get a little streak of his own going. He almost has his camo. And if you look, it's going to be Rampage with a kill to get here. And oh my god, he doesn't get that kill. He just gets melted by Ghoul. Now it's Brutal in a 1 versus 3. He also has to plant the bomb. Could potentially go for a ninja here. He knows the player is probably trying to bait him. And he does get one, but he's going to be cleaned up by Rex. And there you have it. West Coast now up 3-0 over Team IoN. Things are going to start to get out of hand. If you're Team IoN, you need to win this next round. And if you don't, it is going to be, you know, perhaps a 6-0 sweep even. I mean, you'd kind of hope that Team IoN would get a round off. You know, this is their last hope. They definitely do not want to go down. Definitely do not want to go down 0-4 in this map too, especially when you're already down 0-1 in this series. Now you see the way that West Coast is playing this. I am a fan. They really just, you know, they have everything locked down. No players really in a position to, you know, get killed right off the bat. Ghoul now in a place to maybe try and get a kill, as he's getting a concussion. He does get one. Looks like he might try and throw another concussion. Now have the HCXD coming in. Is he going to blow it up? He does. But if you look from Sabers, he's going to get one on the flank. Nobody watching that is. Now it looks like it should be a clean up as Sabers gets the second one. He has his psychosis. Now Brutal in a 1 versus 1. And oh my god. Is he gonna get it? He's not! Brutal gets the kill! And that is so huge for Team IoN, as he hits the one shot he needs to get. And that is the round clutch they needed if you're Team IoN. Huge play out of him. As if he misses that shot, then that is going to be a 4-0 lead. Look at this. Very hard shot to hit there, as he barely just sees his shoulder. And there you have it. Team IoN picking up their first round. Brutal does have that sniper out though, so I want to stick on board with him. See if he can do anything else. He's actually going to switch to his M8, but he has the most kills on his team so far. So we're going to see if he can try and get anything. Looks like Hazard. West Coast is doing another slow push, like the ones we've seen before. If you go on board with West Coast, both teams just playing so defensively. I actually really like this position from Rampage that he's in. If you look at the mini-map, look how passively both these teams are playing, especially West Coast. They are not doing anything right here, really. And I don't understand why Sabers and Kivo is God are watching the same thing. If you can see, Kivo is all the way back in his spawn, pretty much watching the same thing Sabers is watching. But just to give you guys a strategic standpoint on the game, looks like we might see a gunfight go down up here as Kivo's starting to push up. He's 6-2 already. He also has his heat wave. Likely going to be saving that for later rounds. And is he going to get tagged up? It looks like he might. That's Prestige, and oh my god, Kivo guns him. Now a 3 versus 3 though. He gets gunned himself. Rex needs to try and plant this bomb. Is he going to find this kill right here? Doesn't look like he's going to. I believe it's also Rampage with a 2-piece. Making big plays himself. And now Royalty. He's 0-4. So if he does manage to get this round win, it would be huge for IoN and for himself as a player. But he's going to get shut down with Rex and Rampage with a huge 2-piece. Winning them the game, you would think. But, yeah, Hatch in the chat letting him know that these players are just playing so passively. Just sitting back completely, not wanting to really push anything out at all. And now West Coast is up 4-1. If you go on with Rex, he has his active camo. All the specialist abilities are there for West Coast Gaming now. The only thing on the side of IoN is going to be this active camo. If you look how aggressive Royalty is being, I want to see if he can potentially get this dart player. Does look like he's gonna be able to, and he does get one. So it's a 3 versus 3 now. Rex gets the kill for West Coast. Could actually sneak up behind him though. He's not gonna find him. As Rex gets another. Now it's Prestige. Was it a 1v3? Now gonna be a 1 versus 2. Gonna be really hard for him to try and get something done. And Rex having an amazing game so far. He's 8-1. West Coast is now up 5-1 over Team IoN. And if you're Team IoN, you have to win this next round. You're gonna be on defense. You know, you have to just start taking it round by round, trying to get the wins. They like in the chat, the only thing I dislike probably with West Coast is the fact that they can't always be pushing out last second for bomb. Yeah, I agree. West Coast is playing very slowly, but it's been working pretty well for them so far. As Royalty not gonna. Oh, he actually does get the kill there, but traded out immediately as Rex. We gotta go on board with him. He's 9-1. Looks like they are gonna plant this bomb, and this may be difficult for him to get the kill as he's gonna be baited here. And kind of wonder, where is the other teammate in this situation? What was he doing? But that's gonna be Brutal. Finally here, now at 2 versus 2. You can see on the mini-map where these players are. I like Saber's positioning. He's gonna pop his Psychosis, sorry. And now it's Brutal versus Kivo in a 1 versus 1. Looks like Kivo is just wrapping all the way around. He has an assault rifle. He's gonna have the advantage, and it does look like he is going to be getting the kill. Now you can see right there in your round-ending kill cam, he's going to fall off, but West Coast is going to get the bomb exploded, and they are going up 2-0 in the series after a 6-1 victory. over Team IoN. See here in your round-ending kill cam, Sabers pops the Psychosis there. Going to put that to use, and now West Coast are up in the series 2-0. This is going to be
I am become death, the destroyer.
pretty crazy. Just tweeting out map 3 starting. Map 3 is going to be starting extremely soon. And we have Hatch saying it's going to be Sinister versus West Coast Gaming in the grand finals. You know, if we see a Sinister versus West Coast Gaming, I'm almost positive that is going to be a 3-0 for West Coast Gaming. Sinister really impressed me last night. But just overall, it's West Coast Gaming is just such a good team from what it looks like. They went undefeated in the league as well, I believe. That's something to look out for as well. Now getting an invitation, as I do believe I am in their match. Gonna swap around the team settings here before we get into things any minute now. Thank you guys for your patience, and we will be back very soon. Alright, I am back, and we have all the players in the lobby, so things should be getting started up here shortly. If you're just tuning in, West Coast Gaming is up 2-0 in the series over Team IoN. They're just one map away from closing this out and guaranteeing themselves a spot in the championship finals. Your top three teams so far are West Coast Gaming, Team IoN, and Sinister. Why so Sinister? Sorry. Those are going to be your top three placings so far. Just deciding what order they're going to be in. Going to be what comes up next. Welcome for the follow summit. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. We got people messaging me on Twitter. Honestly, he's going to be casting over pros soon. Thanks, Rampage. I really appreciate that. Hopefully that can be the case in the near future. And yeah, definitely appreciate all the support that you guys are giving me for casting, because I do have a lot of fun doing it. Just need Kivo, I believe, to switch teams here. Dalek says he went in their stream and they were talking about lag. I'm not too sure what they're meaning by lag, because they hosted map 1, which was a lot closer. So yeah, that does make a little sense, as map 1 was very close. Well, I'm just reading, or whatever. They're complaining about, like, yeah, I guess the hosts could be something that had a factor in it. West Coast Gaming did host that second map, and they took it 6-1. On the map that Team IoN hosted, it was a lot closer. West Coast still ended up winning. But here we go. We have the teams in the right place. And we are starting map number 3, Fringe Uplink. Definitely a fun uplink map to both play. We're going to see a lot of AR gameplay on this map especially. So be on the lookout for those key AR gun engagements to be going down. It's really going to all come down to who can just really slay out that middle map and keep control of it, forcing the other team to overextend off of every single spawn. That's That's really the trick to a map like this, as well as something like Breach, perhaps, and Evac. Okay, every uplink map, you overextend when you're getting spawn trap. Anyway, going into the bans and protects. So far, 4 bans, all pretty normal. Shiva making it out. On a map like Fringe, Shiva can be huge. Then we see Overclock banned out as well. I'm surprised we haven't seen Overdrive knocked out yet. I'd be... Okay, there you go. Ghoul is going to knock out Overdrive. I'd love to see Team IoN try and switch up the ban and protects a little bit. Throw them off. Throw West Coast Gaming off just, you know, a tad. Try and do something different, as now Concussion is your last one out. So active camo, making it through. That can be a huge ability in a game mode like Uplink. So be on the lookout for that. Is so far kinetic armor picked for West Coast Gaming. Rampage, he's had a pretty good series. You know, all series long. Just retweeted my tweet. And then Heatwave and active camo for Team IoN so far. Tempest actually picked from West Coast. I really like the Tempest over the Scythe on a map like Fringe, and especially in a game mode like Uplink, just because you can tag the players together. The long range engagements, you won't be wasting as many shots. So it looks like okay, so it was an exact same specialist picks from both teams. No difference there as we move into the create a class. Now, just waiting for this to start. You guys want to watch something? You can check out the top 5 plays of the series from last night between Value Gaming and Why So Sinister up on my YouTube channel. I actually tweeted it out on my Twitter, and I had the link there as well. You can subscribe to my YouTube channel if you want, and I'd appreciate that. The video itself isn't put together super nicely, I guess, because I don't have like the visual animations of like number 5 and number blah 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 blah. I really just kind of threw it all together because I wanted to get it out before today's match, so I did that all today. Went back in the stream and watched all the maps. Went all the way to a game 5. Why So Sinister ended up clutching up. The ending was absolutely insane. But yeah, Why So Sinister, they had 4 out of the 5 plays, I think. And I was really impressed with the way they played, especially since Value Gaming had previously knocked them down to the losers bracket, and then when they rematched, Sinister knocked them out of the whole tournament. So a little bit of revenge coming back there to bite you, but the only score streak we saw banned out was the HCXD, and just because of that, you know, I don't think this is going to be too big of a factor, especially on a map like Fringe where it is so open, not a lot of small rooms. On such a map like Evac, for instance, or Breach, you know, an HCXD would be a lot more beneficial. But either way, getting into map number 3, Fringe Uplink, Team IoN. This is their winners bracket hope right now. If they lose this map, they drop down to losers to play Why So Sinister in the finals. And if Team IoN win this map, then the series will be 2-1 in favor of West Coast Gaming. So hopefully that wasn't too confusing. Probably was. But Kivo has had a very good game number 1. A very good game number 2. Rex as well. So he actually has that Man of War. I want to see... okay, so he's pulling out the ICR. That's going to be interesting to see what he tries to do with this. He's running active camo as well as his specialist ability. And you know, both sides on these maps can be really good. I've seen teams do a lot of work on both sides. Rex gonna throw some nades right off the bat, and you actually have a lot of players flanking here. But I want to see Ghoul, as he could potentially get some kills here. He's gonna get dropped. That's Rex with the ICR. As now he grabs the ball. Not too sure what he's gonna do in a bad situation, but Kivo helps him out a little bit. So now he's just going to try and push out. The kills are coming in as Kivo gets another. The ball just misses barely. Pass could have been made maybe up to Kivo, and they could have gotten that, but I want to see how he decides to play this. He gets the kill. Now just needs to try and make it over there in time. Doesn't look like he's going to be able to. As now the ball is just going to get thrown out of the map, it looks like. Ghoul on your screen. Tag someone up with the EMP. He's got that submachine gun in his hands. Now Royalty is going to clean up that kill. Not too sure what he just did there, but definitely did not work out for him. As Kivo so far having a great game. He's got a 4-1 start on a 1 streak, but make that a 2 streak as he picks that player off the head glitch. Just trying to hold that middle map control. Really working out for his team. Rampage actually has a Vesper. He's going to get 1 kill himself. Quickly tagged up, and if he turns on this player, okay, so he's going to fall. Rex now with the ball in hand. He's going to try and maybe get some first points on the board. It looks like they should be good. He's got some players here to stop him, and if he just goes, he does get the dunk, and Kivo is God with a huge 2-piece to let him get that dunk. Ghoul replies right back though with 2 of his own. We can see a little bit of lag on his screen. Brutal with a big gunfight to win. There he does. Not able to clean up the second, but should be enough time for Ghoul to get through. And you can definitely tell he is lagging quite a bit there. Just on the way he's playing. You now have Sabers leading the charge, but he's going to quickly fall. Now Rampage in a tough situation. He's just going to throw the ball forward for some yards. Rex, the last person alive for the team. As now, he's got 1 player to fight. Is he going to win that gunfight? He does. So, he's on a 1 streak. 4-3. And if you look at Kivo is God, when he spawns up, we're going to go on with him. He is 11-4. He already has his heat wave. Talk about a much needed performance. Just as I say that, he falls, and that's going to be all 4 dead. So this should be a guaranteed dunk for them, as long as Rampage doesn't get that 2-piece, which he doesn't. There you have it. Team IoN's going to tie things up there. It's going to be 2-2, 2 minutes remaining. And now, Ghoul with some big gunfights, not able to connect with any of those. Royalty now needs to try and get this kill. He's not going to be able to do so, and now you have Rampage with the ball. Is he going to be able to get through? Falls just short. As Ghoul with a massive 2-piece to shut it down, and he's going to throw the ball out. Is he going to get the 3rd? It looks like he's going to get the assist. He's on a 2 streak himself. Trying to wrap back to this middle of the map. But if you look at this, look at the mini-map. You can see how forced back IoN seems. Really, it's West Coast has full control of the map, and they're just taking control with ease. Now Rampage with the ball. He's going to pass it up to Rex. Rex has his active camo. This should be a guaranteed dunk now, as he cannot see him, and he gets the body block. He gets the body block. Prestige coming up huge, as that was a camo wasted from the side of West Coast Gaming. Huge stop coming in from Prestige. He has camo of his own. Kills now in favor of Team IoN, and they could get 1 more point here before the end of the game. Gets another, now on a 2 streak right before falling. And Ghoul not playing too well at the moment, not having the flashiest numbers, but just based on what we're seeing right now, it looks like he should be able to shut this down. He gets 1, he gets the 2-piece, he's gonna grab the ball, he has kinetic armor, he randomly pulls out his fists again for the 2nd time in the game, but it doesn't matter. There's 21 seconds left. It looks like West Coast has the ball. He has his kinetic armor, and that's 3 dead in favor of him, and this is looking like it's going to be a guaranteed at least 1 point play, as if he just pops his kinetic, not able to do so, and it is looking like the score is going to be 2-2 going into the half of the game. Team IoN with an impressive holding on to this game now. And you look, going back to that 1 play with Ghoul, he had such a good two or 3-piece there, and then just randomly pulled out his fist and kind of panicked there a little bit, but nonetheless, he is still helping his team win here, as Team IoN looking to stay alive in this series. This map is really their last hope, as Sinister are playing really well lately. not a team you're going to want to go up against, especially after coming off of a loss. So, Royalty playing pretty well. He didn't have the best game number 2. Prestige actually on a 2 streak right off the bat. He's got his active camo. It looks like he's just going to try and regen, get the ball armor back. And Brutal is going to need to try and get this kill in dubs. But he's not going to be able to do it as Rampage is getting things done. Brutal gets one though, so he could try and get the others. He's going to fall. Now you have Kivo with a huge 2-piece. He's got his heat wave ready. Is he going to get the third? And he falls just short. Rex on your screen. We saw how well he played in that game number 2. Just barely misses that player over there, but he does clean up one over towards that truck area. Royalty with the ball now. Is he going to be able to get it? And that's the Tempest shutdown. And he's actually going to get the second kill. That's Sabers with 2 huge kills to shut down the play. We talked about how that Tempest could come into play. Looks like he could very well get another kill. He's just shooting at everything that moves right now. As kills going all over the place. Evo not able to shut that down. And a big win from Prestige there. As if he just pops his kinetic armor here, he could be saved, but not going to end up doing it. Now it's Brutal with the Tempest plays, as he's picked up 2, but he's going to drop as well. Royalty still does have that heat wave though. Doesn't matter though, because he's going to fall. You look at Team IoN, they have their specialist abilities ready. All they need to do is try and use them. Not able to get anything done so far. Now you have Rex with the uplink ball in hand. Active camo as well. Right before he drops. Gonna go on with Prestige. He's had a pretty underrated series so far. Playing really well that first game. Playing pretty decent that second game as well. And now carrying it on over to this third game. He has active camo ready. So could potentially see him try to use that. There's still about 3 minutes left. Kills now going in favor. Royalty has a huge gunfight to win. He does do so. Prestige now, he has his active camo. This should be a dunk, unless he does to them what they did earlier. Doesn't look like it's gonna happen, as he gets it through, and he's gonna get the kill. Prestige making the plays happen, as now Royalty going to try and throw the ball over. He's gonna get a third on a 3 streak right before he falls. Royalty just gonna need to stay alive. He gets one right before falling, and now you're gonna see the ball. Not too sure where it is. It looks like it may be stuck, or players just not trying to grab it at the moment. Gonna be reset here though, as Team IoN has the lead. About 1 minute and 50 seconds left for this game. And Rex picks up 2 huge kills. He's gonna grab the ball as well. He has active camo. This should be another dunk, as you can look at the map control, how far pushed back IoN is, and that's gonna be 3 dead. This is a guaranteed. He doesn't even have to use his camo. Smart play as he gets it through. He's on a 3 streak of his own using that HVK, and they could just go for rallies here as he grabs the ball. And this is where things are starting to fall apart. If you're Team IoN, you got to get out of this spawn trap. It looks like they're doing a pretty good job regaining map control, but just as I say that, it's gonna be West Coast getting it back. As Rex causing havoc inside their base, but he's gonna get shut down with his active camo. It's now Kivo gets shut down. Huge kills coming out of Ghoul, and now you're gonna see Sabers drop as well. It looks like, who's that going back for the ball? Going to be Royalty. They've got 50 seconds to work with. This is going to be huge. Brutal picks up 1 kill of his own. Prestige leading the charge a bit as well, and you see now he's gonna fall. Is he gonna get this kill though? He's not. The 1 kill they needed there, as Prestige gonna just try and chase him here. Gonna get the ball thrown out, but it doesn't matter. You have 25 seconds left to work with. You can see the way the map is going. The lightning strike, comes in. Rex is slaying out here towards the middle of the map. Last one alive on their team is gonna be Ghoul. Kivo has the satellite drone though, and this is going to be it, as West Coast Gaming finish the series 3-0 versus Team IoN. And what an underrated, what what's the word? What's the phrase? Anticlimactic winners final. Yes, I thought this was going to be a close, good match, but unfortunately does close out 3-0 in favor of West Coast. I don't mean unfortunately that West Coast won. I just mean unfortunately that it had to be a 3-0.
Mission reassignments inbound.
Rex says G boys lost 2 respawns on host. LOL. HVK is nice. Yes, we saw that clearly in this game as he did some amazing work with that HVK. And there you have the series closed out 3-0 in favor of West Coast. I'm not going to be able to stream the losers finals. However, I will be streaming the grand finals. So, gonna end off the stream here quickly, and we will be back for the grand finals, and hopefully pretty soon. I don't think it should be too long. So I'll catch you guys in that in a little bit. Thanks for watching, and yeah, make sure to follow the stream and all that good stuff. I'll see you guys in about an hour.